Let's do this. Social engineering is when someone manipulates you into giving them access, information, or trust that they shouldn't have. And the scary part is that it doesn't rely on hacking computers or breaking software. It relies on hacking people. Social engineering is one of the most common and effective tactics used by cyber criminals today. Instead of attacking technology, attackers target human behavior, our curiosity, our trust, our sense of urgency, and even our desire to help or to be helpful. In this video, we're going to break down what social engineering is, why it works so well, the most common tactics attackers use, and how you can protect yourself from becoming the next target. Let's start with the basics. Social engineering is the art of manipulating people into performing actions or revealing confidential information. While a traditional hacker might exploit a flaw in a computer system, a social engineer exploits something much easier: human psychology. If an attacker can convince you to click a link, reveal a password, or open a secure door, they may never need to hack anything at all. These attacks can happen through email, phone calls, text messages, social media, or even face-to-face interactions. Sometimes attackers pretend to be co-workers. Sometimes they pose as IT support, and sometimes they simply act like someone who belongs. So why does it work? Because humans naturally respond to certain psychological triggers. One of the most powerful is authority. When someone appears to be in a position of power, like a manager, a bank representative, or IT support, people are far more likely to follow instructions without questioning them. Another powerful trigger is urgency. Attackers often create pressure by saying something needs to happen immediately. You might hear things like, "Your account will be locked," or "This payment must be sent today." When people feel rushed, they're more likely to make mistakes. There's also the principle of liking. People are more likely to cooperate with someone who seems friendly, relatable, or similar to them. And then there's curiosity. If you receive an email with an attachment labeled confidential, or find a USB drive labeled employee salaries, curiosity alone might be enough to get someone to open it. Social engineers understand these instincts and design their attacks around them. Now let's look at some of the most common tactics used in social engineering attacks. One of the most well-known is phishing. Phishing usually happens through email or messaging. The attacker sends a message that looks legitimate and tries to trick you into clicking a malicious link, downloading an attachment, or entering your login credentials into a fake website. For example, you might receive an email that appears to come from your company's HR department, asking you to confirm your payroll information. The message includes a link that looks official, but it actually leads to a fake login page designed to steal your credentials. Often there are warning signs: generic greetings, unusual sender addresses, mismatched website links, or urgent requests for information are all common red flags. A more targeted version of this attack is called spear phishing. Instead of sending the same message to thousands of people, attackers research a specific individual or company and create a personalized message. They might study someone's job role, co-workers, or recent projects on social media. Then they craft a message that looks completely believable. For example, someone in the finance department might receive an email that appears to come from a trusted vendor asking them to update payment details. Because the email references real people, or real business relationships, it feels legitimate. Another tactic is called phishing, which stands for voice phishing. In these attacks, criminals call their targets directly. They might pretend to be technical support, a bank representative, or even a government agency. They often claim there's a problem with your account and ask you to verify information or provide a security code. There's also smishing, which is phishing through text messages. You might receive a message claiming to be from a delivery company, saying your package couldn't be delivered and asking you to click a link to reschedule. These messages rely on urgency and convenience to trick people into acting quickly. Another technique is pretexting. This happens when an attacker creates a believable story in order to gain trust and obtain information. For example, someone might claim they're performing a system audit or investigating a technical problem. The story gives them a reason to request sensitive data. Some attacks even involve physical tactics. One example is called tailgating. This happens when someone without authorization follows an employee into a secure building or restricted area. They might carry boxes or simply ask someone to hold the door open for them. Most people want to be polite, and attackers take advantage of that. Social engineers also rely heavily on publicly available information. By looking at company websites, social media profiles, and professional networking sites, attackers can learn a surprising amount about an organization. They can see job roles, reporting structures, vendors, and even when people are traveling. All of that information can help make an attack more convincing, and in some cases, these attacks have led to major security incidents. In one well-known case, attackers used phone-based social engineering to gain access to internal tools at the social media company Twitter, or X now. Once they had access, they took control of several high-profile accounts and used them to promote a cryptocurrency scam. Another major breach involved the retail company Target. Attackers first gained access through credentials stolen from a third-party vendor. That initial foothold eventually led to millions of customer records being compromised. These examples show that social engineering doesn't always require sophisticated technology. Sometimes all it takes is convincing the right person to trust the wrong request. So how do you recognize a social engineering attack? One major warning sign is emotional pressure. If a message makes you feel panicked, rushed, or overly excited, that's often intentional. Unexpected requests for passwords, security codes, or sensitive information are another red flag. Requests for secrecy can also indicate something suspicious. If someone says, "Don't tell anyone else about this," you should immediately pause. And any urgent requests involving money should always be verified through a second communication channel. The good news is that simple habits can dramatically reduce your risk. The first and most powerful defense is to pause before acting. Attackers rely on speed and emotion. Taking a moment to verify a request can stop an attack in its tracks. If something feels suspicious, contact the person or organization directly using a trusted phone number or official website. Never share passwords or verification codes through email, phone calls, or text messages. Using multi-factor authentication can also add an important layer of protection if credentials are stolen. Unique passwords, password managers, and keeping your devices updated all help reduce risk. And if you ever find a USB drive or unknown device, never plug it into your computer. If you work in an organization, awareness and clear procedures are essential. Employees should know how to verify requests, especially when money or sensitive data is involved. Strong approval processes and multi-factor authentication can prevent many attacks from succeeding. But even the best defenses can't eliminate risk completely. If you believe you've been targeted or compromised, the most important thing is to act quickly. Disconnect affected devices, change your passwords from a secure device, and notify your IT or security team immediately. For financial scams, contacting your bank as soon as possible can sometimes stop a fraudulent transaction. Before we wrap up, there's one important misconception to address. Many people believe they would never fall for a social engineering attack, but these attacks work because they exploit normal human behavior. They don't rely on people being careless, they rely on people being human. Social engineering is essentially human psychology turned into a weapon. But with awareness, verification, and a willingness to pause before acting, you can make yourself a much harder target. If you found this video helpful, consider liking the video and subscribing for more cybersecurity content. And remember, stay curious, stay cautious, and stay secure. Thank you for watching. You're awesome.